What is more important at work? Starting a new piece of work or finishing a piece of work? If any of you have spent 5 minutes with me, you know I am all about finishing work because that is where value is created and realized. In today's Fear of Becoming Obsolete video, I'm going to share a recent success story from a team where output was increased by over 134% in 6 months by focusing on less work. I'll break down the approach we took. I'll share with you the ideas that the team implemented in order to achieve these massive successes so you can take them to your workplace and do the same. So grab a coffee, tea, or your favorite adult beverage and join me in exploring ways to stay relevant at work. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 23 of Fear of Becoming Obsolete, where career advice and pop culture collide to help you shape your path to success. I am Tom Auld, your friendly neighborhood product owner. Today we're going to show you how doing less work will lead to more valuable outcomes. Stop starting and start finishing is a common mantra we use on Agile teams. That's because value is only realized when the work is done. Starting and building a new product or initiative is an expense. Until it's in our customers' hands, it really doesn't exist, and our company cannot leverage it to achieve the overall business goals. But like we discussed last week, leaders have this irrational fear of not fully utilizing team members. Our customers don't care if our business architect is 100% utilized. They care if that business architect's skills were used to build a product that solved the problem they're dealing with. We all know the data around context switching. Gerald Weiberg's data shows us that after our first task on our to-do list, every added task consumes, on average, 20% of a person's productivity. So if you have 2 tasks on your 40-hour work week to-do list, you're losing 8 hours, about 1 day of productivity a week in switching back and forth. Expand that to 5 tasks per week, and then you're getting approximately 1 day or 8 hours of work completed. The other 4 days, 32 hours, is consumed in context switching. The other bad behavior that leads to poor value outcomes is that we don't prioritize the work. Yes, it is okay to have 5 things on your to-do list. I know it's not realistic that you'll only ever have one thing to focus on all the time, but we are fully in control of how we approach and complete that work. So say we do have 5 tasks on our plate, and each one takes roughly 20 hours. That totals up to 100 hours of work. If you do all 5 tasks at the same time, you will only be 20% productive. So the 100 hours of work will actually take 180 hours of work. So at the end of 4.5 weeks now, all 5 tasks will be done and the value of those tasks can start to be realized. But what if we took those 5 tasks and did them in the most valuable, prioritized way first? We committed to focusing on only the most valuable task until it's completely done, in the view of our leaders, in the view of our stakeholders, and it's in the hands of our customers. In 20 hours, so 2.5 days, we would be realizing the value of our work of task number 1. In other words, we could start cashing checks. Then we move on to the next highest value task. Repeat the process, get the work done, and get another opportunity to start cashing checks in 2.5 more days. So for now, we've completed 2 tasks. We're cashing 2 sets of checks in 5 days. As a team member, this feels amazing. This is a lot of productivity in 1 week. So to continue this hypothetical story, at the beginning of week 2, a leader comes up with a big idea and wants to have our team member work on it. Now it's really easy to bring this work to the top of our to-do list. If we would have been working on all 5 things together last week, we would have had a week of work that produced no value yet, but we have to now completely put it on hold. Doing one task at a time, we only have to put tasks number 3, 4, and 5 on hold, which is easy to do because we haven't started it yet. We've put no effort into it, so there's no waste. So our leader is happy that we can accommodate their request, and our team member is happy because they don't feel like they've just wasted a whole week of time and talent. Let's get out of the hypothetical space and give you a real-world example. Recently, I was asked to train and coach a team of learning and development specialists. This team of talented professionals built all of the safety training videos, computer-based training, and other career development solutions for a global organization. These products are integral for the safety of the employees, as well as the employees' career development. This team is made up of 12 designers, 4 business analysts, and 2 quality assurance professionals. When we started, each designer had an average of 7 requests in progress at all times. Each designer only worked in their area of knowledge, so they were very siloed in their knowledge, and they could not pair or support each other very well at all. Customer satisfaction was scored as a 3 out of 10, which is not good, and team morale was scored as a 2 out of 10, which is also very low. After 2 days of Scrum Master training to build a common foundation of knowledge between the team members, we used day number 3 to customize the team's approach to Scrum while figuring out all of the ways our team was going to work together, and the team decided and committed on the following. Each designer would only have 1 to 2 requests in process at any time. A new request would not be started until an in-process request was complete and accepted by the requester. Each designer could work on any request from any area of the business. This built in an opportunity for the designers to get exposure and experience with new areas of the business. This is built-in career development, and it was directly tied to the low team morale score. The team member does not need to take time away from work to develop new skills. We can develop new skills while we're working on real products. Each designer agreed to put their work items in a public work visualization area, a Scrum board, so all customers, leaders, and team members could see exactly where each piece of work was in the queue. This directly tied to the low scores from the customers. They didn't understand where their work was in the queue. They thought delivery took too long, and they didn't realize there were other higher priority items that the team was working on. Lastly, this entire team agreed to do this for 6 months and not introduce any major changes to allow the process to settle in and allow time for the learning curve of the process to just be complete. The quarter before the team started working this way, they completed 19 solutions. In the first quarter after the team adopted this approach, they completed 31 solutions, an increase of 63%. Customer satisfaction went from a 3 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10. Team morale increased from a 2 out of 10 to an 8. The second quarter into this experiment, the team completed 45 solutions, a quarter-over-quarter increase of 45%, and a year-to-date increase of 136%. Customer satisfaction went to an 8 of 10. Team morale went to a 9 of 10. And it became the team people wanted to be on. So to recap, in 12 weeks, the team improved every key metric of success by only investing in 2 days of training, 1 day of customizing the team's approach to Scrum, and the team agreeing to do 4 things differently. That's an amazing amount of benefit for such a small investment. It just takes the right team and the right agile coach and trainer to bring it all together. So, where should you start? First, you have to have an agreement on what metric is the most important metric to improve. For this team, it was the number of solutions delivered. They had a hypothesis that customer satisfaction and team morale would improve if they just focused on getting more work done and stopped starting every little piece of work whenever it came up. So you have to find that one metric that you believe is key, and then build an experiment to see if you can improve this metric. Make it the fastest, smallest experiment possible, early on, there's a high chance we're going to be incorrect. So we want to find out as quickly as possible. Next, you have to get the team to buy into this approach. If they don't feel like they need to improve or they don't want to improve, this experiment will have very limited success. You need a team that is hungry to improve and is ready to try something that they can see quick benefits from. Lastly, you need to educate your leaders, stakeholders, and customers. Help them understand the current issues and show them how we think we can improve their outcomes and improve the health of the team all at the same time. We are all on the same team. I've not seen pushback from leaders and stakeholders and customers when we do a great job of including them in the process, communicating with them consistently, and showing them the improved results. So find an area in your work where this experiment of doing less to produce more could work, and you will see the results for yourself. And if you do that, please drop us a note and share your success. We would love to celebrate with you. So, what do you think? What is the one thing you would do different to improve your productivity? What is the one thing you would have your team do to improve morale? Please put your ideas in the comments and we can help each other out. That is the best way we can all stay relevant at work. So before you go, if you got any value out of today's video, please hit the like button, make a comment, or share this with a friend. Every little thing you do for us completely helps us get the word out and keeps all of us relevant at work. I am Tom Auld, your friendly neighborhood product owner signing off. Have a valuable week and take care.